Governor Maura Healey admitting a serious shortfall in shelter safety. Background checks on migrants in state shelters aren't always being completed. This comes after months of claiming otherwise.
It is raising serious questions about who is being helped by the state and whether they pose a danger to those who need help. This admission by the governor comes after the arrest of Leonardo Anguilar Sanchez, who was found with an assault rifle and 10 pounds of fentanyl at a shelter in Revere. But these safety questions were first posed after a man was charged with raping a 15-year-old at a Rockland shelter last March. And the governor said then they had a thorough process for vetting people at shelters. Today, she says that's not the case. NBC 10's Oscar Margain joins us now live with the story.
Yeah, we've heard from the governor over and over again that Massachusetts is not a sanctuary state, but her handling of the shelter crisis is being scrutinized more and more. Today, acknowledging, as you mentioned, that the criminal background checks that she had ordered last spring were actually not being performed, to her surprise.
Hey everybody, good afternoon.
Massachusetts Governor Maura Healey addressing questions on the lack of criminal background checks at all state shelters, claiming she had ordered them last spring.
I was recently informed that by my team that did not happen at all sites, and that's absolutely unacceptable.
This was her in March, just after a man was arrested at a shelter in Rockland for allegedly raping a child.
We have security and systems in place. We have vetting in place. It is unfortunate that from time to time things will happen.
More recently, a man was arrested in Revere, accused of infiltrating the hotel shelter and bringing in an assault rifle and fentanyl, prompting a renewed inspection at all shelter rooms. Shelters are required to report criminal activity to law enforcement, she says, and perform checks for sex offenders and warrants. Criminal background checks were required at overflow sites and later at all sites. She says she only recently found out that they were not and ordered an external review.
I have asked former Boston Police Department Commissioner Ed Davis to take a full look at our shelter system and to determine what, if any, additional steps need to be taken in terms of safety and security protocols.
Law enforcement and security analyst Todd McGee.
Expanding the security footprint would be something that is taking more serious now that we see that this population can easily be victimized.
Improved security measures would also serve those attending to sheltered families.
We have staff working in 4 or 5 hotels right now, so I want to be sure that our staff are safe and working in a secure place for sure. So we appreciate the safety measures the governor has put in place.
Now, the governor also said she wants to amend the right to shelter law, which she says never imagined these waves of people coming to the state, which she attributes to a broken immigration system. Now, she says in the meantime, she wants to continue to work to unburden the shelter system, and also noted that the shelter inspections she ordered recently have now been completed, at least for the hotel shelters. Reporting live outside the State House, Oscar Margain, NBC 10 Boston.